Hey all, Heretic here, and today in the Battlegrounds, we're talking about Season 10 announcements, Dragons. We're going to cover all of the minions that are leaving, changing, newly arrived, trinkets, all that good stuff. So let's not hesitate, let's jump right into it. First, we have to start with our friends that are leaving us. So let's talk about the Dragons that are going away. Upbeat Front Drake. I was frankly surprised this minion they brought back, because it's one of the best tier 1 minions that ever existed, and they still brought it back, but luckily, only here for a minute, so at least it was just there as kind of a placeholder, I'm assuming, while they got between metas. Electric Synthesizer. It's not a bad early dragon, it's just not interesting or something I really care that much about, so no complaints. Reverberer Drake. I mean, none of us actually keep it on our board anyways. It's typically just a battle cry and get rid of it, so no real big loss. I'd rather have something more impactful on the board. Nether Drake. I did enjoy this dragon when they moved it to tier 4 and it felt like it was in a good place, but its time has moved on. Efficient Engineer. I love this thing. It allows all kinds of broken combinations, which is why exactly it should be gone. It's good. It's way too good for what it does. Cyborg Drake. I liked this thing. Great menagerie, great in mechs, good with dragons, but its time is not here, I guess. We'll see it again soon, I'm sure. Nightbane Ignited gone. Now this one was a little bit of a surprise for me because it's been around for a while and it seems to be in a decent place right now, but maybe it's not seeing as much play as I think. It's gone. Stormbringer. Not a bad dragon. Was useful when it was on the board. Always enjoyed it, but not anymore. Sanctum Rester. I mean, we've had this thing for like, it feels like a week and it's gone already. I don't know if it was that impactful. I never saw it. I think I used it maybe once. Seemed good, just never had scenarios where I really would use it. General Dracosath is one of those dragons that you love. Not to keep on your board, but because when you buy it, you sell it, and you get your money back essentially, and if you have a brand, heaven forbid, the thing's free, you can print triples pretty easy. So General Dracosath, you will be missed as economy. Hunter of Gatherers. This thing really, when you got going, could do some crazy things to your board with various combos to just continuously stack that health buff onto the rest of your dragons. Really made dragons stand out. Not really shocked to see it go, just kind of sad. Warp Wing. I am happy to see Warp Wing go. Trust me, I love it when my Warp Wing gets to kill everything and it bounces around, the hits are great, and it's this epic battle where it just needs to not get hit and you win. But then you're on the other side of the board with this stupid dragon will get like 6 perfect hits in a row, murder your entire board, and just kind of float through it fine. Hated this thing. It's a little too polarizing, I feel. It's just not fun to be on the receiving end of this thing. It's super not fun, so I'm kind of happy this one's gone. Next, we've got some returning dragons. Tier 2, 2/4, Murloc Dragon, Blazing Skyfin is back. After you trigger a battle cry, gain +1/+1. Can be useless if you don't find any battle cries, but if you have a pair of these, if you have a couple battle cries, it can be a ton of tempo and carry you into the late game pretty quick. Not a bad minion. I'm not really surprised this one's back. 1000th Paper Drake is tier 2, 2/3, start of combat, give your leftmost dragon +1/+2 and Wind Fury. A lot of tempo in the early game, lots of utility in the later game to just pop it on the board to get Wind Fury on a dragon that needs it. It was a good dragon. I'm just kind of surprised it went away, but it's back again. Roaring Rallier is a tier 3, 2/6. Whenever a friendly dragon attacks, give it +3/+1. Early game tempo, yes. A lot of health, definitely can do the job. Hell, it buffs itself, so why not? Throw it out there, let it swing, let it do its thing. It's a good dragon. Ignition Specialist is a tier 6, 8/8. At the end of your turn, get 2 random tavern spells. Well, everything in the game now is about tavern spells, so guess what? You're going to get more spells from these. They're going to buff your board. They're going to do all that fun stuff you want them to do. Love the Ignition Specialist. Happy they're back. All right, now for the dragons that are staying. They've survived the cut. They're here. Now you can think about them with all these new dragons, but we have Misfit Dragonling, Dozy Whelp, Whelp Smuggler, Low Flyer, Amber Guardian, Terragosa, Persistent Poet, Prized Promo Drake, Caligos, Arcane Aspect. Still can't believe this thing is in the game, kind of what it is. I know it's been buffed a hair, but I really thought it would see a change more dramatic than that, but still here. And Nadina the Red, all minions that are staying. Now it's time for the fun stuff, the new dragons. These are the dragons that are going to shape the games we're going to be playing. These will be impactful for the most part, and they're interesting. I really like what they do. We're going to start with tier 4, 2/7, the Greenskeeper. After this attacks, trigger your rightmost battle cry. Now, first of all, it can trigger any battle cry. It's not like it has to be a dragon, so you can use this in any build. You got a battle cry you need to trigger, have this thing go, get those triggers, profit. Seems pretty good. At tier 5, we have the Fellfire Conjurer. This is a 7/6 demon dragon. At the end of your turn, your tavern spells that give stats grant an extra +1/+1 this game. If you hit this thing early, you get a lot of tavern spells going, you are going to start buffing them really, really fast. This thing has some super potential. It's an end of turn effect, so you get to use it with Drakari and whatnot. Nasty. Spirited Whimsy Drake is a 4/4 battle cry, get a random dragon. Simple, pop it on the board, gives you a dragon. Nothing wrong with that. Get a brand, print out some extra copies of things, go nuts. Good card. Bronze Steward is a 7/3 battle cry and death rattle, give your other dragons +7 attack. Well, the battle cry I like, it's permanent. The death rattle, not so much, because unless you have a persistent poet near your minions, they're not going to be permanent attack buffs. So I'm not sure how much I care about this minion at tier 5 versus the other ones we've seen and are going to see, but it'll do the job. But I'm not really happy if I get this one, especially where you can only play it an all dragon board. It just doesn't feel great. Fire Scale Hoarder is a 5/5 Naga dragon, battle cry and death rattle, get a shiny ring. Obviously, we've been buffing our spells, this is good. Obviously, if we're running any kind of spell package, this thing on your board is not a bad idea. If anything, just to cycle it, you get some value out of it. So this is not insane, but a good card nonetheless. And finally, at tier 6, the Fireforged Evoker is a 7/5 dragon. Start of combat, give your dragons +1/+1. After you cast 2 tavern spells, improve this. Now, I'm not sure how I feel about this card. Now, if this was cast tavern spells and wherever this is, it would keep the buffs. That's great, but this has to be on your board. And that means you have to start casting a lot of tavern spells after it's on your board. Great if you have a way to produce 3, 4, or more spells a turn, but otherwise, not a significant increase in stats. Almost feels like you might not really be happy when you get this compared to some of the other things. I don't know. It has some potential, I'm sure, but it doesn't sound insane. At least that's being said, I haven't played a game yet, so we'll find out soon. Now we have the returning lesser dragon Trinkets. We're going to start with the Rocking Music Box, 3 gold. Get a random battle cry minion at the start of each turn, get another. Not bad. Holy Mallet, 2 gold. Start of combat, give your left and rightmost minions Divine Shield. Not bad, especially where you can use poets to make these be permanent Divine Shields, then you can move the minions around. Certainly has some potential. Smuggler Portrait, 1 gold. Get a Whelp Smuggler, set its stats to 4/12. Your Whelp Smugglers are dragons. Yep, your Whelp Smuggler can now get buffs, give buffs easier, especially with it being a dragon. I just feel like this is an easy one at 1 gold if you think you're playing dragon, or if your hero likes playing dragons, you definitely can milk some value out of this. Dragon Wing Glider is 2 gold. Whenever you play a card, give a friendly dragon +3/+1. Not a bad bit of stats, especially for a lesser trinket. Cycle a few things, buff your dragons. Not bad. Alliance Keychain is 2 gold. The first time a friendly minion dies each combat, give its maximum stats to a random friendly minion. Now this one screams you have to have a poet on your board, because that first dragon that dies, make it your biggest one. Just give him time. Make your biggest dragon die every single time. And if you get lucky and it lands near your poet, and hopefully not on your poet unless you have 2, you're going to get to keep those stats, and that's going to get nasty really fast. Now for the new lesser dragon Trinkets, we have Taragosa sticker for 4 gold. Your left and rightmost dragons permanently keep enchantments from combat. Obviously, we can get some nice targeted buffs on the ones we want. You'll notice it says left and rightmost dragons. That means if you have a neutral one in your left and rightmost slot, it's going to ignore them and still get the dragon. So you can position with that in mind to give yourself the maximum potential in keeping some of these permanent buffs. War Drum is 2 gold, 1 battle cry, each turn triggers an extra time. Simple, effective, not bad, not great. It seems like there should be better out there, but still not bad. Yulon sticker for 1 gold, start of combat, make your highest tier dragon gold. Now, it's only during combat, so it's not completely insane, but there's ways you can make that permanent, and you can definitely have some fun with this. Yulon sticker is interesting. Not crazy, depends what you're offered, but still useful. All right, now we've got the greater returning trinkets. These are the ones that were already in for dragons, just back again. We've got Essence of Dreams for 4 gold. Get 2 Dreamer's Embraces at the start of each turn, get 2 more. This is the spell that allows you to trigger a battle cry. It's targeted, it's good, not bad. Dragonwing Glider is 3 gold. Whenever you play a card, give a friendly dragon +8, +3. More significant than the lesser one by a lot. Decent enough stats, not bad at all. Bronzebeard Portrait is 0 gold. Get a brand Bronzebeard and a random battle cry minion. Your brand Bronzebeards are Murlocs and dragons. I mean, they're giving you 2 minions with this trinket. That's pretty damn good. I mean, and you're always looking for a brand typically with most of these builds. So if it gives you a brand and another minion and it's free, I'm not sure how long it's gonna be free, you should take advantage of it, unless the other trinket is amazing. Bronze Timepiece is 0 gold, start of combat. Give each of your minions health equal to its attack. I mean, do you have really high attack? Do you want them to also have really high health? It's pretty easy and it's free, why not? Now we've got the new Greater Dragon Trinkets. These are some fun ones here. We've got Poet Portrait for 3 gold, get a Persistent Poet, and a Prize Promo Drake. Not insane, but a good combo of cards for 3 gold. Can't go too wrong on that. Battlehorn is 5 gold, discover a Battlecry minion, avenge 3, trigger a friendly Battlecry. Now, don't get me wrong, there's definitely ways you're gonna be able to milk this, but it certainly doesn't feel very draconic. Typically, no Reborn, no other ways to summon dragons on the board during combat. Doesn't really feel like you're gonna get much value out of an avenge, which means you're gonna have to splash in other tribes. That being said, it still could be good, just doesn't really fit the dragon motif. I'm kind of surprised at this one. Valdraken Wind Chimes is 2 gold. Your start of combat effects trigger twice. Well, I mean, most of your dragon boards are either going to be Battlecry based or start of combat. And if you've got a bunch of start of combats, why not? Trigger them all twice. This is a great one if that's the build you're going for. Fairy Dragon Scale is 3 gold. Whenever a friendly dragon attacks, give it Divine Shield 3 times per combat. Okay, now this one you can abuse really quickly with poets and whatnot. So yeah, have fun with this. And I mean, even if they tunnel blast all your shields off, as soon as your guy attacks, it gets the shield back. So not too shabby. I think this one will see a lot of play. That's it. That's dragons. That's all the things we have for them. They've done some interesting things with dragons. There's a lot of new minions. There's a lot of changes happening. Fundamentally, they're still kind of playing the same, but at the same time, there are some interesting new interactions we have, especially with the trinkets. What do you think? Do you like where dragons are going? Are you enjoying it? Or is there something just kind of off and you're not really loving dragons right now? Let me know in the comments below. I really do appreciate it. I like to hear what you all think about this. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in the Battlegrounds. Until then, have a good one.